The Republican Party loves cheating. It's true. Think that's too aggressive of a statement? Well, take a look at what they're doing in Georgia. Stacey Abrams could make history by becoming America's first African-American female governor, but she's running against Brian Kemp, a Republican and a cheater who also happens to be Georgia's current Secretary of State. The race is effectively a tie right now. It's neck and neck, and who is registered to vote could be the make or break factor in this race. But guess who handles voter rolls? Oh, that's it, the Secretary of State. Yeah, you heard that right. A man running for governor handles the voter rolls, and he's been outright cheating his way to victory in Georgia. I've said cheat multiple times and I'm going to keep saying it. By the way, Brian Kemp is an unethical, slimy cheater. A report from the Associated Press found that over 53,000 voter applications in Georgia, nearly 70% of which were from black people, were on hold for verification with Kemp's office. So 7 out of 10 of the applications put on hold are for black people, but less than 1/3 of the state's population is black. Does that seem fishy to anyone? And that's the conservative number when looking at his despicable voter suppression. Another recent study found that Kemp has improperly purged more than 340,000 voters from the state's registration rolls on the grounds that they had moved, but they actually still live at the address where they are registered. Brian Kemp doesn't want people to vote. He wants as little turnout as possible because that's what always benefits Republicans. Don't believe me? He admitted it himself at an event for, shocker, Republican donors.
As worried as we were going into the start of early voting, a lot of that was absentee ballot requests. They had just an unprecedented number of that, which is something that continues to concern us, especially if everybody uses and exercises their right to vote, which they absolutely can.
Despite admitting that he wants little turnout, Kemp was outraged at the accusation in his debate with Stacey Abrams, and then decided to outright lie in addition to cheat. Par for the course, I guess.
As you know, in a recent video, you called on illegals to vote for you in this election.
Mr. Kemp, you are very aware that I know the laws of Georgia when it comes to voting. In fact, I am one of the foremost experts in the state on expansion of voting rights. And I have never in my life asked for anyone who is not legally eligible to vote to be able to cast a ballot. And in fact, we took you to court in 2016, and a federal judge said that you illegally canceled 34,000 registrations. You used the exact same system, the exact match system that is under dispute right now.
Oh, let me add one more title to his belt of disqualifying attributes. Brian Kemp is a cheater, he's a liar, and he's a racist. He knows exactly what he's doing when he smears a black woman on television by falsely saying that she's calling on illegals to vote, just like he knows exactly what he's doing when he holds up tens of thousands of voter applications by mostly black voters. He's stoking racist fears and being just outright racist by disenfranchising black voters. And it's systemic around the state. Tens of black seniors were pulled off a bus driven by Black Voters Matter, which was taking them to the polls, an act of intimidation by local law enforcement. And make no mistake, it's not just Georgia. The suppression of minority voters is a widespread, massive problem throughout the country, pushed by the President of the United States. Trump established a voter fraud commission that ended up finding absolutely nothing, but it was headed by Chris Kobach, the godfather of this racist, cheating movement of voter disenfranchisement. As Secretary of State in Kansas, Kobach's restrictive voting measures were the blueprint for what Kemp is doing now. Red state leaders are copying Kobach all across the country, including Brian Kemp. And let's be clear, this isn't just about the tangible purging of ballots and the fact that many people won't be able to vote. That's horrific in itself. But it also has another effect, beyond that. It creates a culture of fear, a culture of distrust in the democratic process of voting. It tells certain voters in Georgia that their votes don't matter and that they are voiceless. That is as insidious and undemocratic as it gets. And if Brian Kemp wins, just remember that he won by subverting democracy and cheating, which seems to be the Republican playbook these days.
Like what you see? I hope so, thank you. So click the subscribe button below and don't forget to ring the bell to never miss another video from Rebel HQ.